I feel like a lot of League addicts don't realize they have to spend all their free time bathing in the salt rivers of Summoner's Rift. A large part of League addiction is that even though the game might feel like dog shit to play, you just can't stop and put it the fuck down. What if I told you there's a way that you can be playing less games and enjoying yourself even more? It's a win-win, right? You'd be a dumbass not to take the deal. The secret to this promised neverland, ladies and gentlemen, is to convert back into single-player RPGs. Recently, I've been telling my clients to trade in their League time for other single-player RPGs, and they've been seeing huge success. It's crazy really, because back in the day we ditched those games when League and other MOBAs first came out, but it turns out they're just more fun, these single player RPGs, and they're better for our mental health than League ever will be. In lieu of my clients seeing success, I'm going to create a mini series around why y'all should be playing more RPGs instead of League. It might have been more efficient to put all of these reasons to one big ass video, but I know y'all don't have the attention span to sit through it, and I need more fucking content, so here we are. In the first video of this series, we'll be discussing how single player RPGs are just a better form of entertainment than shit like anime, shows, and movies, and why you should consider making the switch over, especially if you're struggling with League addiction. If you guys are new here, my name is Raybees and I help people have a better relationship with video games, so you don't end up ruining yourself addicted to them. I spent about 12 years playing League and being addicted, so the videos that I make are content that I wish I would have seen when I first started out in gaming. If that sounds like something you'd be interested in, do the usual YouTube stuff and like and subscribe. So before I go into this video and the rest of this series, I'm going to give a quick disclaimer here. While most of these games are definitely a better alternative to League, I know that maybe some of you might not be able to run it on your PCs. Games like Cyberpunk, for instance, might be above your pay grade at this point in time, and that's completely okay. Trust me, I know what it's like. I spent the vast majority of my life playing on fucking Costco laptops. But it's up to you to find whatever games suit your circumstances without getting addicted. This video is more of an analysis on why competitive games in particular might not be the best use of your time, especially if you're trying to have fun. Just take the free information and do what you will with it. The reason why I say all this is because I don't want people missing the point of the fucking video and bitching out in the comments about how they can't play the games they want to because they can't afford the PC. Stop playing games in that case and get a fucking job or something, you stupid shit. With the disclaimer out of the way, now let's get into why single player RPGs are superior to shows and movies, and why that might be your ticket into breaking free of gaming addiction. Now, one of the biggest gripes I have with shows and movies is that you have to sit there like a fucking imbecile and just absorb the content that you see on the screen. You have no input over the plot lines, no direction of the screenplay, just sit and absorb. And now, don't get me wrong here, there's definitely a skill to watching movies, especially when they have open-ended plot lines and hidden motifs that require a certain level of quote-unquote movie comprehension to decipher. When it comes to really good movies, it's like watching a book. Part of the reason why so many good books get movie adaptations in the first place is because they're trying to convey the magic that you can read through the pages into moving scenes that you can see. It's a testament to the movie watcher's worldliness if they can interpret the different meanings and messages of a good movie without getting lost in the sauce. It's definitely an exercise in intelligence. However, it's not an exercise in patience. I can't figure out for the life of me how people can just sit there and just binge shows and movies like a fucking vegetable. While some movies and shows can be intellectually stimulating, I feel like a lot of the bullshit that gets popular these days are just fucking mind-melding stupidity. It's crazy that there are large amounts of people just sat there on their asses in front of a flat screen or a PC, spending fucking 10 hours a weekend just binging some absolutely trash show on Netflix. And you know what the crazy thing is? These single brain cell troglodytes are the same people that'll turn around and chastise you for being a quote-unquote nerd that spends time playing video games. The show that you're watching right now is a bigger waste of time, you dumb bitch. I never understood how playing video games, especially non-competitive video games, would make someone a nerd, but putting your ass on a couch, mouth breathing as you watch some fucking generic identity politic peddling bullshit makes you some kind of quote-unquote worldly person who's socially clued in. All it makes you is a spineless conformist. Unfortunately, you can't even blame some of these people because their heads are too far stuck up their own ass to see the irony. They're so caught up in trying to blend in with everyone else and have stuff to talk about that they've never had an original thought in the entirety of their shitty ass existence. You guys might have heard me talk about this before, but the whole reason why people can get addicted to video games, but not necessarily to shit like Netflix or anime, is because of a concept I've coined: active demonstration. When you're playing video games, you're actively engaging with the environment, moving around, interacting with objects, fighting enemies, and especially in the modern day video games, making important choices with very powerful implications on how the story pans out. This is why I think single player RPGs are just a vastly superior model to watching anything. You're a much more active participant in your experience and can more or less shape it to your liking, instead of hoping the directors and the writers know what the fuck they're doing and having them deliver the experience to you. Now, why am I telling you all this? I'm telling you all this because this is also in stark contrast to League. While you definitely have more input in a League of Legends games than you do watching a show or a movie, it's not necessarily as much as you would get as playing an RPG. In League, if you're playing at an elo you should be in, you're guaranteed to lose at least 40% of your games. Just straight up 40% you're gonna lose. While this is perfect for a competitive genre, it also means you're gonna get your ass handed to you 40% of the time, which I know a lot of people don't really fuck with. And because there's 10 players in total in every single game, even the games you do win, you have precious limited influence influence over the outcome. And here's where it's so much better to play these single player games, SPGs, instead. You will have much more autonomy over what happens, and this makes for a much more fulfilling gaming experience. It's important not to lose a plot, guys. Your gaming time is supposed to be a fun time out from the problems in life. Now, if you will for a second, let's disregard the health risks and just be real here. That's what entertainment is for. If you can't be properly entertained and you're wasting away that precious time hating your fucking life for engaging in a medium, then what the actual fuck are you even doing? What's the point of queuing up to a game where you have a 40% chance of losing when it's not really your fault, or you have to deal with fucking toxic friend groups who have veritable dick measuring contests about what ranks they are and how they compare with each other? A lot of people have forgotten this in the League of Legends community, but games are supposed to be fun, guys. You're not supposed to hate your life playing fucking video games. You're not supposed to be playing them all day, period. So take advantage of the precious minutes you can justify playing them by immersing yourself in something that doesn't feel like a living spank. League, in particular, is quite notorious for how shitty the gaming experience can feel. You can invest 2 hours of your free time into it and feel like crap for like 80% of it. The sad thing is that this kind of outcome is seen as normal and par for the course when it comes to the community. Like, of course I just wasted 2 hours of my life in an intense experience I definitely did not enjoy, but I'm gonna queue up again and hope things go differently this time. If I'm being real with you guys, it's only after I started playing games like Cyberpunk and The Witcher that I realized that I spent so much time, 15,000 hours over 12 odd years, playing League, and I hated almost half of it. Think about that for a second. Think about how many other people, tens of thousands around the world, if not millions, are absolutely hating their lives, sinking hundreds of hours into this fucking game. I've said it already, but it's worth repeating again. Games are supposed to be fun. If you're not having fun, stop playing the damn game. And if you can't stop, look yourself in the mirror and tell yourself that you have a fucking problem. Now, I know this is out of left field and this is by no means a political channel, but listen to Theo Vaughn's interview with Donald Trump here, where he describes his own cocaine addiction.
Is cocaine a stronger
Oh yeah.
up?
Yeah. Cocaine
So,
will make
you're way up with cocaine more than anything else you can think of.
cocaine will turn you into a damn owl, homie. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You'll be out on your own porch, you know, and you'll be your own street lamp. You're freaking.
And is that a good feeling? Well,
No,
it's
horrible.
a miserable feeling.
But you do it anyway, just like the guy you're saying with the scotch. Like you knew it was bad, but you still.
So it's not even good during what would be normally the good time. In other words, oh wow. So why would you do it?
I wouldn't. That's why I don't.
It's eerily similar to League addiction, isn't it? Most of the time, you're not even having fun, but you feel compelled to keep playing it because of the stimulation you're getting. This is why I feel like my clients have been seeing much more success with single player games nowadays. It's a much more chill vibe where you're just in control of how your free time is being used. You don't have to burn away hours chasing some fucking ephemeral goal that won't really do you any good at the end of the day. And you know it won't do you any good at the end of the day. Guys, be selfish with your time and don't be so ignorant as to think that the League of Legends experience is the only type of gaming experience that's available to you. Even for someone like me who grew up on fucking Flash games on Game Fudge, Pokemon Diamond and Pearl on DS, and RuneScape on a Costco computer, even I forgot the autonomy that I had playing all these games in favor of chasing the glory in League of Legends. I'll make a video in the future about how unspeakably embarrassing it is to try and get good at a video game, but in the meantime, demand more from your game. If it doesn't fulfill you and or provide you with a healthy dosage of wondrous escapism, drop it. I know for a lot of you, League probably isn't what it used to be, and I'm here to tell you it's okay to move on to other genres if you're not feeling fulfilled anymore. That's it for this video, guys. If you guys want more help with gaming addiction, you already know where to find me in the Discord. Links are in the description. Do the usual YouTube thing, like and subscribe. If you want to learn more about League of Legends addiction, I'll leave my League addiction playlist here so you can check it out. I'll catch you guys in the next video. And remember this, although it might seem hard at first, it's actually quite easy to develop healthy relationships with video games. Follow me and I'll show you how.